funding and create a new boogeyman. It's the oldest trick in the book, but it works. What's your take? Do you think that the threat setup is literally just that? Is it just a setup? Or is it part of something much bigger? Feels more like a convenient excuse to me. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. It's a small action, but it makes a huge difference. And also don't forget to share this video on your social media to help us grow our Woken family. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay well, and stay curious. Until next time.
All reactions in these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Any advice given should be treated as entertainment as well. Viewers are responsible for conducting their own research into any subjects discussed in the videos before taking any action based on the information provided.